And we told you last night about a fatal injury that happened last year at Industrial Service Corporation. Sam DeJanes was killed May 21st when he was crushed by a forklift. Now, just 3 weeks later, an employee was injured at another ISC plant in Burlington. And tonight, he's speaking exclusively with News 8. Jenna Webster shares how his injury has impacted his life.
I got to focus on walking and just trying to get ahead in life, you know.
This time last year, Wally Faidley was working at Industrial Service Corporation. He worked at the Burlington business's Highway 99 plant. It's about 4 miles from the plant where Sam DeJanes worked. He says he knew Sam and remembers the day he died.
Somebody got crushed on a forklift and they didn't know the name because my boss went flying out there.
A little more than 3 weeks after Sam died.
If I move too fast, I get dizzy.
Yeah.
You know, my shoulder's always going to hurt me the rest of my life.
Wally was injured at work.
I'm lucky to be here, yeah. Or not in a wheelchair. I mean, they said they could have killed me if it smashed my temple or handicap, the doctor said.
He says on June 14th, 2024, a group of people were tearing down pallet racking. That's similar to this pictured inside the plant from a previous OSHA report.
Next thing I know, I get something dropped in my head.
Wally says they weren't required to wear hard hats. We couldn't find any ISC policies pertaining to hard hats in documents sent to OSHA dating back to 2017.
My name's Jenna. I work at Channel 8.
We reached out to ISC multiple times asking about this policy, but have not heard back.
Someone said, look out, and that's about it. Kind of like blacked out.
What was it that fell on you?
20-foot tall piece of gorilla racking or shelving, whatever it's called.
He says he got 10 staples in his head and has a permanent brain injury.
It tore the rotator muscle, they said. And then there's a spot there. I'm on a 20-pound limit now. I can do 5 pounds this way, but I can't do anything else. Nothing overhead, you know.
To this day, he's still going through therapy and doesn't work at ISC anymore.
I'll suffer from this the rest of my life.
He says while working there, he noticed things at the Highway 99 plant he felt were safety concerns to workers.
The air compressor guard wasn't on, you know. Drop cord hanging from the ceiling and the doors, you walk out, the safety doors, you had to kick them and jar them to get them open. It's not safe.
Wally says his accident wasn't reported to OSHA until February. We do know OSHA opened a case and inspected on February 11th this year, but because it's still open, we don't know why it was initiated. We do, however, have a copy of citations issued to ISC last month on April 24th. The fine totals more than $113,000. The citations include emergency exits being locked, blades and other tools not being guarded, and electrical issues. The violations match the concerns Wally shared with us. One citation carries a fine of more than $14,000 for protective helmets not being worn per OSHA requirement. It says metal racking was being installed and removed overhead by forklifts, and hard hats were not being used, exposing employees to potential head injuries from falling objects. That violation existed at times prior to the February 11th inspection, according to the report. Because the case is still open, we don't know what corrections ISC has sent to OSHA and if it's come to a settlement agreement on the fines and citations.
People like me and then or the loss of Sam, you know, he would still be there and I would be, you know, or not screwed up like this.
Instead of spending his days working, his only focus now is on healing. In Burlington, Jenna Webster, WQAD News 8.
And we reached out to Industrial Service Corporation multiple times to ask about its safety policies and why employees were not wearing hard hats but have not heard back. Now, of course, this is a story we'll keep following. If you're a current or former ISC employee who has a story to share, just text us at the number on your screen, 309-304-0888, or you can email us at news@wqad.com.